Hi there. This is my first blog. I'm going to talk about my shares portfolio and to share with everyone about what stocks are good for August and beyond. The first point I'd like to make is the inflation data that came out yesterday pretty much matches what the Bloomberg has predicted, and I feel that it has actually come down to a inflection point, meaning it has reached its peak. It's actually working towards its way down, and I feel that it's about time that inflation fears will subside, and as usual, when inflation fears are not there, the higher chances of the growth stocks, which is most of the Nasdaq stocks. But I will still be pretty much lean towards big tech rather than the small baby tech growth stocks, like those stocks like Lemonade, Aqua Bounty, things like Aero, the EV electric van company, or Akimoto, which is the company that does EV as well, which hasn't yet gone into production. It's the current Q2 or Q1 revenue is still zero, but it has raised a lot of funds last year. Most of the companies, although they have a burning rate, but they have a cash cow of a few hundred million in their company, so that increases their share prices. The second point I would like to talk about is lean towards big tech, like for example the FANG stocks, which of course my number one pick is Facebook. It has the highest profit margin compared to more labor intensive big tech like Amazon, and Netflix of course is in a very crowded space. It's not really a market leader compared to Facebook, which their only competitor is probably TikTok. Snapchat, Twitter, Wish, and other stocks, they are still pretty much far behind in terms of advertising. And then of course Apple, but then you might be exposed to the China fears of China crackdown, and of course Google is the next best one, but they haven't really monetized aggressively all their products, unlike Facebook. So I will probably go for Facebook. For the recovery cyclical stocks, I would probably go for Royal Caribbean. I felt that Royal Caribbean is actually a good stock compared to airlines and hotels, or platforms like Airbnb, because I feel that Royal Caribbean, even in this pandemic situation with the Delta variant, which has yet to subside, or the surge is just the beginning maybe. Um, Royal Caribbean can still actually carry out tours within the country, doesn't actually have to travel from one country to another. For example, in US, they can still have cruises from like California to Seattle, Seattle to Alaska, or Sydney. They can do things like Sydney um, and other islands, um, um, or could be New Zealand. China, they can do things like Hainan to Shanghai. So and they can still pack the ship with good occupancy compared to airlines and hotels. Of course, hotels would be a bit more tougher. They rely a chunk of their revenue from a convention as well. I personally feel that convention may not be back so soon. So this is the 5 minutes video for today. Thanks.